So what has New Hampshire done? I mean, the Free State Project is about bringing people together to crowdsource information about something even more important, human liberty itself. That's amazing. To be able to move to a place where other people passionately believe in being free and independent, like our ancestors were and believed in, is a great thing.
One of the main reasons that I'm interested in moving to New Hampshire is the sense of community that I see here. At this point in the project, it seems like the population of movers is so large that there is a niche for everyone. There are people who are politically interested and they sort of congregate in Concord. There are civil disobedience and they congregate in Keene. There are sort of farmers and separatists and survivalists, so they seem to move to Grafton or more rural areas. There are enough people here for everyone to feel like they have a community of like-minded individuals.
Hands down, my favorite thing about living in the Free State is the people. Yeah, I moved here for the people, not because I have a particular affinity, for winter times, but, to be super corny, if I may, the warm hearts of the Free Staters, make up for the cold.
The reason I moved to New Hampshire is I felt like I was kind of spinning my wheels where I'm from down in Florida. I put a lot of time and a lot of effort, money, and energy into doing liberty activism down there, and it really wasn't panning out into anything. So I wanted to have an effect, and when I found out that people were moving to the same place who were like me, people who were willing to do something, I thought, I've got to be there.
What I really like about New Hampshire is it shows up on most lists as number one. It seems like as far as families, where to raise a family and standard of living and all kinds of lists, it seems obvious to me that New Hampshire is one of the best places in America to live, and I think in the world to live. And that would be without the Free State Project involved at all. But in fact, with the Free State Project and having this community that's sort of built in when you get here, and I cannot stress the value of that, you can have such a better life just because there's people that want to make your life better.
There are many reasons to move to New Hampshire, but some of the most important ones for me are the form of government here. This is one of the most accessible governments in the entire United States. The state legislature is the largest and is thus very good representation. So the idea here of being part of the community and also being part of the legislative process has quite a bit of appeal, and one of the best reasons about being in New Hampshire.
I think the best reasons to move to New Hampshire are if you want to have your voice heard in government, there's no place in the world where you can have the level of connectedness to your public officials than in New Hampshire, both at the community level, individually, and at the state and state representative level.
Well, my favorite reasons to move to New Hampshire is pretty much the landscape, the people, the free environment. For example, just opening a business in New Hampshire, there's no employment tax, and for employees to buy goods, there's no sales tax. But beyond that, it's just one of the most beautiful states in the nation. You're looking at the presidential mountain range and the harbor in Portsmouth, and Hampton Beach named one of the best beaches in the country now.
Well, I love living in New Hampshire because it's an extraordinarily friendly place to me to live. It's the best place I've ever lived in. There's a very live free or die attitude here. The people here are very, very self-sufficient. They're very independent. But on the other hand, they're pretty easygoing. They're pretty easy to live with. And in general, I have found them to be very congenial.
We can't do it on our own. I mean, we could, but it's better to do it with others. And New Hampshire has become this center, this gathering place for people. I know so many people who've moved here and have just found happiness, not just because they like New Hampshire or whatever, but because they found each other. And that's amazing, to have a community.